Hello friends, welcome back to the Lightford House. If you're new here, my name is Hope, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Ninja Luxe espresso and coffee maker. Now this video is not sponsored by Ninja. I purchased this with my own money. I ordered it, I want to say last Sunday, and it just arrived here today, which is Monday, so it just took a little over a week to get here. And I did buy this directly from ninja.com because I had a 10% off of my next purchase discount code, so I used that to order this. Now this retails for about $4.99, but with my coupon it took a little bit off of that, and it was free shipping as well. So I've cleared off some space on my coffee bar and we are going to get this unboxed and set up. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's check out the box. This is the all-in-one grind and brew espresso, drip coffee, and cold brew maker. So it's basically saying there's 3 machines in one. It's got this barista assist technology, so it's going to basically weigh out the coffee and give us the perfect amount each time when it does the grind. And it says here it's got a dual froth system, hands-free steaming and whisking for long-lasting microfoam. So we can get steamed milk, thin froth, thick froth, or cold foam. Also, you can use plant-based or dairy milk in this, and there's a little button where you get to choose which one you're using. So this just shows the different parts. The bean hopper, it says that it shields the beans from UV light to keep them fresh. Control panel, the dial for the grinder, the built-in scale, a drip tray, an adjustable drip tray, the milk jug and whisk. It's got some different accessories that store like in the side of the machine. You've got your steam wand here and the water reservoir that sits on the back. We have a portafilter here. The baskets, we're getting a double and also a Luxe basket, which you're going to use the Luxe basket for quad shots of espresso or drip coffee, a funnel, and a tamper. And then it's got the cleaning accessories there. These are the different things that we can make: latte, cold brew, rich coffee, classic coffee, espresso, hot chocolate, macchiato, cappuccino, classic coffee, the espresso martinis, iced coffee, and affogato. And I saw that the steam wand actually kind of cleans itself after each use, so that's nice. This just tells us a little bit more about the grinder and the scale. Let's get this thing open and see what she looks like out of the box. All right, so with this we get our usual paperwork. There's instructions, there's like an inspiration guide with some recipes. You have the quick start guide, so this will be helpful as we're setting this up. Normally when you buy a coffee maker, it's easy to just clean out the parts, plug it in, put your coffee in, and you're ready to go. But this machine actually requires a little bit of setup. So we will get into that. We have our cup tray here that's adjustable. It's nice and heavy, feels good quality. We have our starter kit here. Starter kit's gonna have our portafilter, our baskets, the cleaning accessories in it. Okay, there she is. And there's a lot of tape and stickers on here. We'll have to see. I think that this is probably the milk jug in here. But that is what it looks like. There's our grinder knob there. Over here is where our tamper and our funnel will sit. And then there's also a little storage area back here. I have to remove all the packing tape. But we just open this and it stores all of our accessories in there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all this tape off of here and get everything opened up and cleaned up, and then we will come back because we have to set this up and it's going to take some dialing in on the grinder before it'll know what the perfect grind is for the coffee beans that we are using. Now, the reason that I bought this is because I've had an espresso for years and years. Recently upgraded my Nespresso machine not too long ago. I did an unboxing on my channel too if you missed it, but went from the Nespresso Next to the Nespresso Virtua Plus, and it's a great machine. However, the price of the Nespresso pods keeps going up, and where I'm at, the nearest Nespresso boutique is about 3 to 4 hours drive from here. So you can only order them from Amazon or the Nespresso site, and if you want to buy the pods locally, you can only get them at Target, I think, or Publix, and it's only the Starbucks brand. So basically, I want to try to eliminate buying a bunch of pods and just be able to use whole beans, which is what this takes, and I can find them pretty much anywhere. So okay, so I have a few things that I need to clean. My milk jug, it does come with a whisk inside that can pop out like that, and you just pop it straight back in and make sure that it clicks onto the bottom piece there. So here's what we have in this accessory box. We are gonna have some cleaning accessories here. Then we also have our, take that out, our portafilter here. We have our portafilter, and I believe it's got the double basket already in there. Here's our quad basket here. Here's our tamper. Everything feels like really nice quality, the Ninja quality that you would expect. And then our funnel. So I'm going to clean all of these accessories off as well. And then we're gonna dial in that coffee maker. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all of this before we get started. So when you open up the cleaning accessories box, you will find a water hardness test in there, and we have to do this first. There's also some other little cleaning accessories, a cleaning disc, espresso descaler, and some little tablets here, and a cleaning brush. Now, we have to do this water testing. I've already cleaned everything. We have to test it by dipping the stick that is provided in a cup of our water that we're going to be using. I'm going to be using the filtered water out of my refrigerator. And then we look here at the amount of purple lines that we have, and we're going to plug in the machine. The control panel will display a water hardness of 5, and we have to adjust it to match the level of water hardness that we get from doing the test. So when I said this is going to take a little bit of setup before we use it, that's what I mean. We have to do the water hardness test first. Then we have to actually place our beans in there that we're going to be using, and we have to run 2 cycles through before it has it dialed in with that barista assist technology to know exactly what grind that we're going to need. And we also have to do a water flush. So we will get to that, but first let's go ahead and do the hardness test. Okay, I've got a little glass of water, and we have to dip this in here for 5 to 10 seconds, and just wants us to let it sit in here. So there we go. Okay, it told us to wait a minute after removing this from the water before we check the results. And looking at this, I would say we have a water level hardness of 2, because this third one is kind of like a gray color, I would say. So now we're supposed to go over and plug the machine in, and it's supposed to say HD05, which it does. And it wants us to turn the center dial to set the water hardness by matching the setting on the purple squares that we see. So we're just going to turn this until we get to 2. And I pressed the button in. Don't know if I was supposed to do that. Okay, yeah, I was supposed to press it in, okay. Now remove the water reservoir. It's already off because I cleaned it. Fill it with room temperature or cold water. to the max line and put it on the back of the machine. You're supposed to fill the hopper with beans. You may fill it as much as you desire. Be sure the bean hopper is secured to the machine before brewing. Do not add pre-ground beans to your hopper. From there, we're going to put the double basket on into the portafilter and fasten it. We're going to turn the center dial to classic, press the size button to adjust to 12 ounces. We're going to put a cup underneath and hit start brew. And then once that's done, we just have to rinse and dry out our portafilter again. So let's do all that and I'll be right back. I told you this thing requires a little bit of setup, but it's going to be worth it. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Sumatra beans. I also bought the Starbucks espresso roast as well, but from the YouTube videos I've watched, this machine makes super strong coffee, and both of these I think are going to be very strong anyway. But let's go ahead and start with the Sumatra beans. Okay, I have filled my bean hopper up. I have put my double basket in, and what you do is you're going to start with the handle over here and line up your dots for insert, and you're going to slide it all the way into the lock position until it stops. Here we can remove our cup, plate, and we can also take this out. So what we're going to do is put a large cup underneath here, just as it instructs, and then we're going to turn the center dial until it shows classic. It's already at classic. So then we're going to select 12 ounces. It's already on 12 ounces. And we're going to press start brew right here. And you have your status bar going across that's going to show you when it's done. Once it's done, all we're going to do is rinse out our portafilter here, dry it, and then we will be ready to go. Then after we do this rinse cycle, that's when we have to dial the Nespresso in. So we will get to that here shortly. All right, we're seeing some water coming out. This is the drip tray. You can remove this. It comes all the way out for cleaning, and it's got this little piece here. So once this is full, because it's going to catch water, and this right here has a little purge that it's going to do each time you're done using the steam wand. So it will get full eventually, and then this will start to float. And when you see the red and it's sticking up, then it's time to take this off completely and empty it out. So it's just doing a very slow rinse. But while that's going, we can go ahead and store our accessories that I've washed away in this little side cabinet here. So we would store our double basket in the top here, and then our Luxe basket goes underneath, and then the cleaning brush and the cleaning disc. So I need to get those. The cleaning brush just slides in over here, nice out of the way, and then the disc goes down in the bottom. So I will take this out and put it in there. So there's that. Keeps it all nice and tucked away. And then on the other side of the machine, we have a space for our tamper right here, and this tamper is spring loaded here, and then our funnel goes there. So it keeps everything neat and organized. Very nice. And it does have the beeps like any other Ninja appliance has, but you can turn them off in the settings. I saw where you can go in and turn the beeps off if you want to. Okay, so once it was done with the rinse cycle, I just rinsed out my portafilter and my double basket that were on there. There was some hot water, of course, in the double basket, so be careful when you take this out that you don't get splashed. Now it's telling me for dialing in the espresso, for dialing in the machine, that we need to take our funnel and place it on, it just snaps on. And this will still be hot from our rinse cycle, so be careful. Next, we have to take and slide with the funnel on the portafilter. So you always have to have the funnel on before you slide it in here. You're going to insert the portafilter into the grinding cradle. Make sure it is level and fits securely. Once the portafilter is installed in the grinding cradle, it will be weighed. To ensure accurate weight, let go of the portafilter. Then we're going to hit the grind button. After our grind size, it'll display what we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the power button on the machine. And as you can see here, it says grind size, current and recommended. What we're going to do is go ahead and slide this in as it states to do. Let go of it. It's weighing. It's saying that the recommended is 12 and the current is 13. So we need to go to this grind dial and turn it until it matches 12, okay? And then we're going to hit the start grind button. Okay, beeps when it's done and there's a tamp light on. So that tells me that we're gonna have to tamp this. So we're gonna pull it out. That's what she looks like. We're gonna put it on a level surface here on the counter. And I'm going to use the tamp to tamp this down. It's nice and clean. Go ahead. Now, we're gonna take the funnel off. It should just pull right up. Like so, and this is what we have right here. We're going to go ahead and install this just like we did previously. I'm going to line it up there. And then we're going to hit start brew. It knows that I'm doing a double espresso. I have not messed with the strength or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and hit start brew. And I hope that I've got this lined up to where it doesn't make a mess. We shall see. And so remember, we're dialing it in, so we're gonna have to do this twice. What it's gonna do is it's going to adjust it automatically, and it'll tell us if we need to change it anymore from the current that it's at. It'll give us another recommended number, and then by the third espresso shot, it should be completely dialed in, and you should be ready to go. And we're gonna make a nice espresso and taste it. So again, we have our status bar here telling us when it's done, just like I have on the other Ninja machine. Okay, well, nothing came out, but it did do the beeping, so I don't know. I just went ahead and hit start brew again. I hear it doing something. I don't know what it's doing. We'll see if anything comes out this time. And now the recommended changed from 12 to 20, so we'll see. I don't know. Okay, there we go. We're getting something. Here we go. It's gonna be really slow at first, and you might not get a lot in your cup, and that's totally normal for the first two brews. So once this is done, we'll just pitch whatever comes out and start over. That's all we got in the first brew, okay? So what this means is we're gonna dump this out. That's literally all it gave me. I'm gonna go dump it out. We're gonna come back and change our strength, we'll come back and change our grind size to the recommended size of 20, and we will start this process again. All right, so I rinsed this out real quick. I'm gonna slide it back in, just like we did previously. Oops, install funnel. Okay, so it's reminding me to install the funnel. I was like, I knew that looked a little strange. Yeah, so you have to have the funnel on every time you're going into this cradle. And we are going to make sure that the current matches the recommended. So we're gonna go up to 20, and then we're gonna hit start brew again, or start grind again, excuse me. it's going to start grinding again, and then we should get a little bit more this time. The grinding was a lot faster that time, so we're going to take this out, tamp it, just as we did previously. You're going to have some resistance when you're locking this on, and that's totally fine. I'm going to line that up again. And we're going to hit start brew. This time we should get a little bit more, but it's not going to be the perfect shot until your third try, supposedly. Let's see if something comes out this time without me having to press the start brew again. There we go. Still really dark, but we are getting a lot more than we got previously. And we'll see if the recommendation changes at all. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot more now. It's done. And let's see. Okay, so now the recommended is changing again. From 20 down to 17. So 17 should be the perfect grind for these beans. I'm going to go ahead and pitch that espresso, clean out the basket again, and then we'll be ready to go. It should be dialed in completely after this. Now we're going to go back into the scale there, and we're going to go down until our current matches the recommended, which is 17. Okay, and since this is the one that I'm going to be drinking, I grabbed a new cup here for that. We're going to hit start grind. Alright, now it's telling me that the current is 16 and the recommended is 17. I don't think that I went lower than 17, but it's whatever. So now we're going to take this out. We're going to tamp it on our flat surface. We're going to insert this yet again. And I got a new cup here since I'm going to be drinking this one. And we are going to hit start brew. And I'm also going to use my milk jug here. So I'm going to put some almond milk in there with a little bit of caramel sauce. So it has these lines on the outside. They're also on the inside. And it's got your min and max line. And I'm just going to go to about the 5-ounce line with it. That looks a little bit better. And I'm going to add in some caramel sauce. And we are going to use our milk frother and steaming wand. That espresso looks really good. Okay, now it's saying recommended 19. This thing, I don't know if it's going to take some more time to dial in. I don't know, but when we make our next cup of coffee, we can play with the settings. Now I'm going to add some caramel sauce right into my milk jug. Just a little bit there. And as you can see, the little button already popped up on the reservoir there telling me that I need to empty this. But anyway, I'm just using some Smucker's syrup. I've got some milk in there. I'm going to take it. There's something magnetic in this that will go ahead and spin your frother that's at the bottom. And for milk type, I'm going to go to plant-based since I'm using almond milk. And I can choose from these settings if I want just basically steamed milk, a little bit of foam or extra thick foam, or a cold foam. I'm going to go with the extra thick foam, and I'm going to hit start the froth. And it's going to give me my status bar there. I'm going to go ahead and dump this into a coffee cup. And it looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do, got a cup here. We'll go ahead, and there goes our caramel sauce and our almond milk mixture. Dump that in here. I'm curious to see how this tastes compared to the Nespresso, because I've had Nespresso for so long. So this is steaming it. It's going to come out to the perfect temperature while it's frothing it up. So we'll be right back when that's done, and we'll add it to our cup of espresso here. All right, our froth is now done. So you just pull this out, and you're going to clean your wand here with a damp cloth. Wipe this down after every use so it doesn't get sticky and gross. And then watch this. Once we put this back down, it does this little purge on its own to kind of clean the inside of it. So that's really neat. And it'll also have a progress bar for the little purge there. So don't touch it until it's completely done, because it's going to be hot. Now let's dump this milk in here and see what we've got. This doesn't look like any extra thick foam. Yeah, that definitely didn't make any thick foam. Maybe because I used almond milk? I don't know. You know what? I'd be curious. I have some heavy cream. Maybe we need to try that. I mean, it still looks pretty good there, but definitely not any heavy foam at all. So that might have something to do with it. Let's try the heavy cream and see what we get. I don't have any regular milk right now because we usually drink almond milk. But let's try this. I bet this would make some nice foam. Well, so I'm just going to the 2-ounce bar, and we're going to try this again. So careful because it's kind of hot. And I'm going to hit dairy this time, and we're going to do start froth and see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste anyway. Oh, that's strong. Definitely strong. I may end up adding some sugar. I don't even taste the caramel. So it's done. This, I don't know. This whisk must not be down in there all the way. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe the whisk wasn't down in there all the way. But we have plenty of time to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead, turn the machine off for now. I'm going to clean this out. I just wanted to give you a first look at what we've got. And let's make this pretty. Let's add some caramel to the top. Let's see what it tastes like. It's really good. I'm definitely going to finish this whole cup of coffee. I appreciate you guys joining me for the unboxing of this Ninja Luxe Cafe machine. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you over here as a part of my YouTube family. And let's look in the hopper real quick before we go to see how much of the beans it used. So it's still kind of full. I'm curious to see how long each refill of the bean hopper is going to last. We did our 3 double shots of espresso plus the clean out, the rinse cycle, and we still have a good amount of water in there. It's like halfway full. So not bad. I appreciate y'all being here. This is a good cup of coffee. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I wanted to show you the difference real quick. Just wanted to add this in of the pucks that came out of the basket. So this was the first one. It was kind of a nasty mess. Not really a solid puck there. Kind of gross. This was our second one here. And then this was our third one. So if you don't have a knock box, you can just use a container like I did. No, actually, I take that back. This was the second one. This was the last one because it's still hot. But that was our first one. So yeah, there you go.